Well, if your closet rod's a little bit too short and the lady don't like it short, you got to extend it a little bit. You don't want to spend some money. If you got any old base laying around like this right here, this vinyl baseboard is perfect for a lot of different things. Got teeny tiny little strips like this right here to stick inside of screw holes. If the screw's wallowed out, shove it inside there, then run the screw in over top of it. Gives the thread something to hold on to. You can also use them for coasters to put underneath your furniture. If you're going to scoot them around, you don't want it to sink into your flooring, things like that. Coasters. Got a closet rod that's a little bit too short and somebody don't want to go buy one. Go ahead and take some of our slivers and stick inside this little screw hole right here. And push down on these and mark our holes where these are going to go to. I went ahead and screwed them to it. I'm going to trim around the outside with a razor blade, which will make it nice and round, and it'll give it something to sit on the edge. Go ahead and match up those screw holes, and then you see, boom, looks good. Get your bar on there, and then you slide them over in place, line everything up the way it needs to go, and then screw them in. It's in place, good to go. You can see, you slide it back and forth, it's not falling out. That's everything you need it to do. The only downside is, newer bars, they're flimsy, they're cheap. These shower curtain rods are not good. These old ones here were made in the USA, not made in China. You're not going to be bending these things. I can kick them. It ain't going nowhere. That's what we're going to use because we're putting a shelf right here and there needs to be a clothing rack. So we're going to use this for the clothing rack. Using some scrap wood for that. And an old bifold door right here. Well, that's going to be the top of the closet right there, top shelf. Utilize what you got, especially whenever the owner of the place says, I'm not investing anything into this. And you're like, hey, I could take the old stuff that you got laying around and make some perfectly good stuff out of it if you just let me do it. He's like, sure, go for it. So that's what we're doing. Now we got some extra wood here, got some nails in it, no hammer on us. So we're going to use this specialty hammer right here. That works. Now it's nice and secure. It ain't gonna go nowhere. Next, take the old bifold door, put it on top. Boom, right there you go. You got your shelf. Now there is a little bit of overhang. We put something there to secure it. We can chop the end of it off if we want to. If we do that, it's gonna be a little bit of an opening on this end. So we'll just flip that door around and put it up against the wall over there. Next time we gotta do is that air steel bar. I can get one of them air curtain rod holders, put it in, put it on there, and it'll hold it in place. Put me a little anchor point here in the middle to keep the weight off of it. We're ready to rock and roll. Problem is, this thing's not gonna be a good anchor point because it is a bifold after all. Who would do that? So I found one of these right here. We're gonna put in the middle to pull that weight off of it. Stick your bracket up here where you wanted it. Mark your hole. Give me some screws here. I don't want a little screw. I want a big long screw. That way, if there is a stud back there or there's some electrical wire, I'm going to know pretty quickly. And it feels like there's a stud. Or I'm getting ready to lose power somewhere and just don't know it yet. Now, if there wasn't a stud, I'd be sticking that drill bit in there going, widening open the hole, shoving this in there, and then running it in place, putting the anchor points in, and boom, there we are. And we was going to cut the end of this off, and that's exactly what we did. Run some screws in it here. Run some screws in it over there. We're going to apply some caulking to it. We still yet got to hook up our bar. We still got the center rack in place, and it extends it out a little bit. Booyah! Nice and solid. Nice and solid, baby. Look at that. You might think it's Redneck, and it is. Rural America. This is why they made the song A Country Boy Can't Survive. It's Redneck Feng Shui, baby. And it looks 10,000 times better than what you get whenever you go out to San Francisco, California. The shelving and the clothes racks that they got on the streets are nowhere near as nice as this spectacular display right here. Are you ready? Right here we go. Pa-boom. It's the best looking bifold door shower rod closet that you've ever seen right there, baby. Look how good that looks. Didn't turn out too bad. Everything here made from scrap to make a closet right here. Look at that. Yeah. Redneck Feng Shui at its best right here.